Hi, welcome. This is a reading for the collective, for the energies available to us during the full moon period of October 13. That's a full moon in Aries. So this is going to be a transmission using the tarot. I'm not an astrologer. This is not an astrological reading. This is a channeled message. So please tune in with me while I shuffle. Connect to your higher self and your guides. Ask them to reach out to my higher self and my guides so that we can create a feedback loop through time and space. And that way, the messages that come through here will be tailored for you and you'll be very much a part of this reading. I'm going to use the Voyager deck for the first reading to give a general transmission for everyone, for the collective. And then I'll take the Morgan Greer deck and do a few cards for each sign to give a little bit more specific insight into what energies are playing out under the subset of each of the astrological signs. So, let's take a look. I'll hold the cards up as I read. Okay. Interesting array of cards here. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. From the major arcana in this spread, we have the Magician as the crossing card of this reading. So that's our challenge. Our challenge is to channel and find the magic of ourselves. We have Temperance also at the foundation of the reading in the upright position. Just those two cards from the major arcana. And then we have kind of a mix of all the other suits. We have a mix of wands, pentacles, cups, and swords, which in this deck is called crystals. So, the overall energy I'm feeling, my first impression here is that there are things to be swept aside in order to reveal what is new. Change is the crowning card of this reading, Eight of Pentacles. In this deck, it's called Change. It's in reverse in this card. But I feel like this is suggesting that our time now is to really put in the work to actually go back over, and it doesn't. I'm not necessarily talking about needing to, uncover old wounds and reveal old traumas and actually relive those experiences. I'm simply talking about here going back to the past energetically in a way that allows us to see what we may have created in the past and dismantle that in order to reveal the authenticity of the person that we have become. So it's kind of like this shackles off type of energy. Seven of Crystals, Seven of Swords is in the position of the past in reverse. And the outcome card across the central axis of the reading is through to the card Ten of Wands in this deck is called Growth. So a reiteration of that, like looking at what's been us in the past, how we've been, what constructs we've created or have been our myth in a way, like the stories that were made around us. Obviously, when we are younger, we don't necessarily purposely, consciously create trauma and situations, but as awakening adults, we can understand those situations for what they are, and it's simply like a path for us to follow, to reveal truth and expose authenticity and magic in us. The central card of the reading is this Page of Swords. In this deck, it's Child of Crystals. It's in reverse, crossed by the Magician card. So, in a way, that's about unlearning. That's what I feel. Because in this deck, the Child of Crystals is called Learner. It's a student energy. But the way I'm feeling it in the energy of the context of this spread for the energy that's available at this time is that it's about unlearning what we may have been conditioned with or trained to become, or entrained as far as our experiences making us the person that we've become today. And there is definitely an energy here of like throwing off the shackles, releasing old wounds and old traumas, and not necessarily having to actually like relive those painful moments, but just knowing that they may have existed and we're ready to move on and not let those events be a continuation in the stories that we keep telling. In hopes and fears, we have Ace of Crystals reversed with the Ten of Cups reversed. It's very interesting. Ace of Crystals is the Ace of Swords. What does it mean? Again, I feel this energy of uncovering old memories, like gaining clarity from kind of looking under the bed, looking in the closet, looking behind the curtain, like revealing things that have been maybe packed away and uncovering them so that light can be shone on it. But again, I want to keep reiterating. I really feel like within this community of people awakening now, it's not necessarily about having to go through years and years of, you know, therapy and counseling and all kinds of like different modalities to try to uncover some painful event from the past in order to release it. I feel that this is a time where we're getting this ability to sweep through all of the past memories and know that they were there and know that they have informed us a lot to a point, but that this is a moment where we are ready to be free of a lot of those ingrained, conditioned things that are as a result of events. And we can just hit the delete button and empty the trash can and all of that stuff and just start living from the purest place of freedom, forgiveness, acceptance, love, magic, growth, power. You know, in this position here, this is really powerful. We have this in this quadrant, which is describing you right now, how you see yourself. We have Sage of Wands and Woman of Wands paired together. So this is in the element of fire. I'm sorry, excuse me. It's Sage of Worlds, which is the Pentacles element, Earth, paired with the Queen of Wands, fire. So this is telling me that there is a lot of energy here around really stepping up into your mastery and into your wisdom, again, as a result of difficult experiences and traumas perhaps, and having been through the fire and stepped out anew and become a wise, awakened individual with a lot of understanding and a lot of forgiveness, acceptance, compassion, and love, and stepping into a place of mastery where you have that level of like stillness within you as a result of having been through so many testing experiences and put the work in to actually understand what those things were about and allow those experiences to form you into a person who is loving and kind and compassionate and heartfelt and generous, not allowing it to let you become cold and hardened and stingy and, you know, contracted. Is a purification energy with this full moon, and the coming out is what I feel. In the environment, we have the Five of Crystals reversed, Five of Swords with the Two of Wands reversed. Sorry, Five of Crystals is upright. So this is a feeling here of being able to overcome defeatedness within. Maybe this is a time here where you're really gaining strength within you to overcome any kind of internal doubt and negativity that you may have been playing over and over again, and giving that a wash, giving that a purification. And again, just hitting the delete button on that and emptying the trash can and just being here and being present and being available to the magic and being available to your own wholeness through your own healing, through your own willingness to evolve and change and grow and overcome and understand. Now the final outcome cards here, we have Nine of Worlds with Five of Cups. Beautiful. The Nine of Worlds is talking about harvest. So again, it's kind of a reiteration of what we've been saying here. This is a time where you're coming into self-esteem, you're coming into confidence, you're coming into understanding your worth, you're coming into your power, you're coming into your authority. And it's as a result of losses and painful disappointments and experiences from the past that may have been really, really leveling of you. But it's because of those things, it's because of those experiences, because of those hard lessons that you've become the person that you are right now, which is full of abundance, full of hope, full of positivity, full of life, full of self-confidence. And it's a moment here through as well with the Temperance card and the foundation of the reading that we can all become aware that this is the moment that we may actually become grateful for the difficult experiences of the past because of where they've been able to bring us. Let's have a look at the bottom of the deck. It's an exponential time, I feel. Ace of Wands reversed. So now we've got two aces reversed in this reading. Sage of Crystals, Moon reversed, and Nine of Crystals. I feel with the two aces reversed in this reading that it's more talking about just going back in the memories. That's what I feel. And it's about really realizing and understanding the events as they actually occurred, not with some kind of twisted take on what really happened. It's about like real truth and clarity of actually what happened, and seeing those experiences as the potential that they've arrived to now. You know, maybe there's a long time between those events and now, but somehow you can see the connection between the person you've become today and things that were seeded a long time ago that may not have been positive things. That's why they're reversed. The seeds of those events, the potential of those events were not positive things, but they brought you to a positive place. They brought you to a lot of understanding and wisdom. So we have two sages in the reading now. The sages talk about mastering of different elements, right? So we have Sage of Pentacles, Sage of Crystals, which is earth and air. So this is about manifesting the physical reality and embodying your understanding and awareness and wisdom also through the mind, and understanding how to process and integrate information in order to synthesize it so that you can step into that wisdom and acceptance of all things and be that wise, knowing person. Moon reversed here with Nine of Crystals. This is telling me that this is a time where a lot of unconscious material is being revealed, and you are kind of squeezing it through a very narrow, precise lens to help you understand with utter clarity the person that you have become. I think that's it for the general reading here. Let me just check over. For some of you, you may not actually be in this place of completely having emerged out of your experiences in a place of, you know, total forgiveness and understanding and compassion and wisdom. But if that's the case, allow the energy of this full moon to let you feel for a moment what it feels like to actually step into that energy, so you can remember it later as you, if you still have some work to do in that area and you feel like you haven't actually, you know, really achieved that state of understanding and forgiveness. Just use the time of this weekend around the energy of this full moon to experience what it feels like. Let yourself tap into the energy, because that's what's here. It's available. Let yourself really feel it. Give yourself a chance to actually just step out of your pain and trauma for a while. Step out of your discomfort and let yourself experience what that joy of really embodying and expressing your honest truth of your authentic self for a while. Even if you don't feel like you're completely there in a linear kind of timeline, just give yourself a moment to experience it over the weekend, and you'll be able to come back to it in time as you continue to do your work with forgiveness and acceptance and clearance of the past. But know also that it can happen in an instant, as long as you feel ready to actually truly embody that energy and really let go of the past. Healing can be really instantaneous. It can be that miraculous. So don't discount that possibility, and don't leave yourself out of the chance of actually having that kind of emotional and physical healing over this time period, or at any time period, actually. Okay. Definitely an accelerated time. Very accelerated growing at this time. Okay. I'm going to leave it there for the general. Now we're going to take the Morgan Greer deck and have a look at each of the signs to go into a little bit more detail about how this energy might be expressing through each of the houses. So again, as I've mentioned, I'm not an astrologer. This is not an astrological report. I'm just channeling the energies of this astrological energetic time period through the tarot. So please tune in with me again while I shuffle. And we're going to start with, where are we? Libra, I guess. Let's start with Libra and work our way around the wheel. Now, if you know your chart, you can also look at each of the houses. Like if you have, let's say you have Libra in the second house, then you can associate the messages that come through for Libra to topics related to second house stuff, if you want to use it that way. But I would recommend that you watch all the way through to the end and not just skip to your sign, because there will be valuable messages in here for everyone. Okay. Libra. Queen of Cups reversed, Ace of Cups upright, and 10 of Wands upright. Queen of Cups reversed, Ace of Cups upright, and 10 of Wands upright. What is this? Some of you really need to have an emotional purge. I feel here with this 10 of Wands in this reading for Libra, some of you may actually be attached to your identity of that person who is holding on to and carrying around all those past grievances. You need to let that go. That this is an opportunity around this time for you to really let go of all the past grievances and have this moment of utter unconditional love and healing, because you're in this slightly repressed state, I feel, with this Queen of Cups in reverse. Because I feel like it's not just one thing. I feel like there's this kind of collection of events that may have happened where you feel wrong done by as a result of other people's actions or words, and you're still carrying that around, and it's affecting your self-confidence. But somehow you maybe have identified with these wounds and traumas, and you may be finding it hard to understand who you are without those things that you're carrying around. But you're actually this. You're this loving, gentle, compassionate, beautiful, divine, forgiving creature. Right? Like this is maybe you trying to like deal with your pain, but you're actually just perpetuating it. So be careful of that. Take a look at that over this weekend and see if there's something you can work with on that to really let go and forgive. I really feel this energy of like your identity is really woven into all those experiences, but you're not that. You're not that at all. Time to forgive and let go. Scorpio, High Priestess, Hanged Man, whoa, and 5 of Wands reversed. Interesting. High Priestess, Hanged Man, and 5 of Wands reversed. 2 major arcana cards here. I feel, what is this? I feel I'm hearing listening. I feel there's something in these 3 cards here that's saying there may be a person in your environment that you may have not realized has something important for you to tell you. There's a truth that wants to be revealed through a person that needs to speak with you, but you may not be aware that they need to communicate, or you're not giving them the chance to communicate. So have a look at that this weekend, and allow yourself the patience to actually become still and slow down enough to realize that there is a truth waiting for you, and that you just need to listen. This may not be about a person, actually. This could be simply about you listening to your higher self that wants to communicate with you, but you might be blocking that energy from actually being received, or those messages from actually being received, because your mind is too busy with some inner conflict that just keeps wasting time and chattering away. So create a space. Create a space for wisdom to come through you by being still and patient and listening. Scorpio. Sagittarius, Queen of Pentacles reversed, Tower, and Page of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles reversed, Tower, Page of Pentacles. What's this? What I feel this is, that's really interesting. I just got that. So this is saying here that there is a part of you, Sagittarius, that has been way too serious and way too concerned about your future and your legacy and your money and your what you're establishing. Like you've been too concerned with futuristic things and the serious things of life, about your reputation and who you are and what you're here to do, and all this kind of like really noble stuff, very noble stuff, very worthy of ponder and contemplation. But this is saying here that around this time there is a need here for you to give yourself the chance to be playful and childlike and silly, and give yourself a little bit of an ego death in that regard, with regard to what I just spoke about there, and just like burn off some of the seriousness and the intent, focus, and you know, overreaching energy, and just let yourself be more playful and have some fun. Sag. Capricorn, 6 of Cups, Hermit, and 10 of Swords reversed. 6 of Cups, Hermit, 10 of Swords reversed. This is interesting too. This also kind of feels similar with regard to like something about memories or trauma from the past that you might still be a little bit identified to, that's keeping you in a certain space of past energy and may not be allowing you to have the full release to actually have an unbridled like forward motion into a new era of your own being. And with this Hermit in the middle, I feel there's something here about, again, with like we said in the earlier reading, there's something here about memories and things from the past. You may be too nostalgic and too like misconstruing the past in a way that is enabling you. You're enabling yourself in certain kinds of toxic behavior, which needs to end. You know, again, it could simply be that identification with traumas, with old wounds, and with like difficult experiences from the past that you haven't been able to really give yourself freedom from, in order to just be a whole person without the baggage of conditioning from the past that may be causing you to relive certain types of experiences in your current day expression. I think it's about not overly romanticizing the past too. This doesn't have to be about memories that are bad either, you know. This can also be about like unrealistic fantasies of maybe remembering things that were really beneficial and positive, and maybe longing for that time again, and that might be pulling you out of the present as well. You know? I think that's it for Capricorn. Yeah. Aquarius, 3 of Cups, the Sun, and Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I love this. 3 of Cups, Sun. This is just super joyful energy. I feel like over this weekend and for the time period of this moon cycle for Aquarius people, there can be really uplifting social interaction with meaning, with ritual, with intent, with a lot of love and compassion and generosity and sharing and magic. What else? Mostly what I'm getting from these 3 cards for Aquarius is that this is a time of ritual for you, and I feel like it's about ritual with others. It's not necessarily doing ritual alone, but being a part of a group that, in whatever way, whether it's formal or whether it's informal, whether it's like you just go to a rave or you actually participate in some kind of circle of actual medicine work or ritual work of some kind. I think it's just about being joyful in a space of sharing with others who are a vibrational match for you, that can help you cycle around some energy, and there's like a contributing space of like everyone kind of like joyfully and willingly sharing and contributing their energy to a greater accomplishment of something, right? Even if the point of the accomplishment is simply fun. Pisces, Page of Wands reversed, 9 of Wands reversed, and 4 of Cups upright. Page of Wands reversed, this is Pisces, 9 of Wands reversed, and 4 of Cups. Hmm. I don't know. With this energy, I feel a little bit guarded. Like maybe around this time there could be an offer coming towards you, but you may not see it, or you might not be interested for some reason. I'm just feeling like you're being really protective of your energy. Maybe for Pisces, this might be the time that's kind of opposite of what I just said for Aquarius. This might be a time where you want to really be in your own space and just be mindful of your own energy and spend the weekend in meditation and rest and recovery and, you know, thoughtful, quiet, creative time. It feels a little bit clouded, like I'm not getting really clear messages for this reading. So I feel like that's deliberate from your guides, that this is not for me to tell you what to do with this time or what this time is about for you, but simply that you need to spend your own time in meditation and listen to what your higher self and guides want to transmit to you. Aries, Magician, Eight of Wands, and Five of Pentacles. Wow, we had Magician in the previous reading as the challenge, the crossing card. So here we have Magician, Eight of Wands, and Five of Pentacles. I feel that what this energy is describing here for Aries is that you may be realizing your real magic in this time, where you are feeling super activated in a way that is like completely helping you overcome any kind of past events where you may have experienced loss or disappointment or failure or rejection or lack of success, or, you know, anything in that realm, you know, any of the fives, right? This is showing me here that with Magician and Eight of Wands, you're experiencing a lot of synchronicity and activation and magic really evidently, and it's helping you to see the truth of who you are, and you're really rising up in understanding like just how powerful you really are actually. Yeah, I don't feel like I need to say more than that. Taurus, Two of Swords, Temperance reversed, and the Star. Interesting. Two of Swords, Temperance reversed, and the Star. This is a very healing energy. What I feel is here is that this is describing how I'm seeing this as past energy, right? This is also a little bit past energy, Temperance in reverse, and this is now. So what this is meaning to me is that in the past, you may not have been the place that you the power that you held in your own discovery to actually heal through forgiveness and acceptance. But now you can. Now you can, and you are, and you have. And so you're in this space of total liberation. With the Star here, there's like this feeling of like exposure as well with her being naked, but it's not about what I mean by that is like you are willing and able to really be free of all the ways that you may have been hiding your beauty, your truth, your talents, your gifts from others because of some pain from the past that you were unable to heal from. And now you're all just free and letting it all hang out. So cool. So this is a really, really healing time for Taurus. But it's not like this has just happened overnight, right? Like with all this energy that we're describing here, this is all about energy that's been, you've been doing your work. You've been putting your work in, and now you're seeing that the benefits of that work playing out in simply the way you feel, the way you're able to express yourself, the things you're able to understand, the way you're able to see the world. I'm not just talking to Taurus here now, I'm talking to everyone. Taurus, after Taurus is Gemini. Two of Pentacles reversed, Knight of Pentacles, and Judgment reversed. Okay. Two of Pentacles reversed, Knight of Pentacles, and Judgment reversed. What this is telling me is that you may have been sort of juggling your own options, but also juggling your physical and emotional and spiritual energy as far as your ability to actually really commit to your healing work, your own healing work. And there is something that wants to be revealed, that there's something you're ready to see, that there's a revealing energy that's available to you, but there's something about it's kind of like this dichotomy energy where it's like you need to look at the other side of the coin to really get this information that's trying to come through. I hope this is making sense. I feel there's something also here about a decision that you made in the past that you committed to that maybe is now showing itself in a way. And there's something about the way it's affecting the family unit. Because look at all these people in this card. This is about family as well. Just give me a sec here. I feel like I'm going to take one more card for this, Gemini. Six of Wands upright. Yeah. So what I'm getting now from that is that you may be, there is a part of you that is, there is some like guilt that you're holding on to from the past about decisions that you made with regard to family that you really need to heal and let go of. You can't keep living in that energy of guilt and remorse and regret for decisions made in the past. You made them, you have to live with them now, and you need to understand that it's okay. It's okay. You can let yourself take a deep breath like I just did there. Like really just like take a deep breath, sigh it all out, and accept the decision that you made. And just work with what was the result of that and take it where it needs to go in the best way that you can. But stop living in regret. You can't take it back. I'm going to leave it there for Gemini. Cancer, Four of Wands, Knight of Swords reverse, and Page of Cups upright. Okay, Four of Wands, Knight of Swords reverse, and Page of Cups upright. What I feel with this energy is there's something around some communication at home. It's almost like a renewal. I feel like there needs to be a renewal, or you want to make a renewal in your commitments, whether this is to a partner or to yourself, to something that you're doing, something you're working on, or to your family or your community. Something about like reconnecting with people that you actually are really connected to, but there may have been some like space between you and them for whatever reason, whether you've just been having your own time or taking your own space, or simply you may not have actually just been available to people or really present. Even if you've been spending time with people, you may not have actually been really present because you might have been going through something of your own thing. And I feel with this energy of the Page of Cups, it's like reconnection energy. It's like rekindling the love that's already there, but just almost like it's almost like there needs to be some gesture, either communication or verbalization or some kind of action taken to actually like, you know, be unified again in a way that helps you see your beauty through the friends and circle that you're part of. I hope that makes sense, Cancer. Again, also with this Page of Cups, I feel there's also this energy of maybe you've been a little bit too serious lately, and this is a moment here for you to realize that you can throw off some of that drudgery and seriousness and determined kind of, I've got to do this work, I have to heal, I have to complete this, I have this career to work on, la la la, and just have some fun, enjoy, be light, be a little bit more childlike, be more playful, and enjoy this time. Cancer, Leo, Queen of Swords reverse, Ace of Pentacles upright, and Seven of Swords. Queen of Swords reverse, Ace of Pentacles, and Seven of Swords. What I feel with this energy is it's a forgiveness. There's a need here for forgiveness. I really feel here with this energy for Leo people that there is a betrayal from the past. There is some type of I'm hearing bereft. So someone either left or took something or betrayed you in some way, or in some way you felt like someone took from you. And you want to heal this. You want to resolve this because you're awake enough now to understand that this is affecting all of your relationships. It's affecting your joy. It's affecting your beauty. It's affecting your ability to manifest. It's affecting your ability to attract what you want. You know this. So here it's saying like, there is something in your stubbornness that needs to be overcome. This Queen of Swords is fucking stubborn. And she's petty. And she's immature. And she needs to get real. And just blossom open. Look, the thing that stood out to me about these cards when I turned them over was the roses. These red roses. They're fully blossomed and open. But you're still holding something. You're still holding something. And you're only punishing yourself. You're only punishing yourself. So do yourself a solid and let it go. Just forgive. The person doesn't even need to know. It's not about them. It's about you. You just need to work on releasing and forgiving so that you can open up again to what is really your true potential. Okay, that was for Leo. After Leo, there is, where am I? Virgo. Four of Pentacles reversed, King of Wands, and Eight of Cups. Four of Pentacles reversed, King of Wands upright, and Eight of Cups upright. So, Virgo. What this is telling me is that there is something really much bigger available to you. And I feel that you may be, with relation to the reading as we've been giving it so far, there may be something in your energy where you're still holding on to some accomplishments from the past that is somehow preventing you from achieving more. So take a look at that if that's resonating with you. You may be holding on too tightly to your accomplishments from the past and not being willing to let those events be or let those accomplishments be and stop trying to stand on those or stand with those and take a walk up a mountain to see what else you can achieve. Because it's here for you, this King of Wands. Like, maybe also this is an issue around confidence too. Like, you might be stuck in a confidence that you attained from something as a result of something that you did in the past, and maybe you're afraid that you don't have the confidence to keep going and doing something new because that's what you were recognized for. That's what that's what you achieved, that's what you accomplished, that's what you've been successful in. But it's saying here clearly with this Four of Pentacles, you need to let go of that. You need to move on. You need to give yourself the chance to establish something new and establish a new vibration for yourself in this King of Wands energy. So channel more fire magic energy in and use that to reinvent yourself. You have to let go of this identity that you have from the past to be able to actually step into a new vibration. That was Leo. After Leo, we have, I think I did everyone, no? Leo. I started with sorry, that was Virgo. I started with Libra. So that's it. We've been around the whole wheel now. Okay, thank you so much for watching, guys. That was an honor and a pleasure to read for you. I hope you found some things in there that you can work with. As I mentioned, this is for the full moon on October 13 in Aries, but it's not only for that day or that couple of days. This is a cycle of energy that will work with us for the next couple of weeks. So come back to this reading at the end of this period and see, just check back over and see if any of this was resonant for you, if it works out for you or not. So please hit me up in the comments below if you have anything to say. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next reading.